You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with a pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career, just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. So the Nets starting five. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for the Hornets, the guard pair, Ball and Rozier. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
Now, here's Irving. On the wing, Harris. Claxton the pass to Durant. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, the ability to score without being the primary ball handler, right? Kevin Durant can catch and shoot as well as anybody in the league.
Now, here's Ball. Hayward from outside. They get it back. Plumlee, first shot, first basket. He's out the blocks fast.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now, here's Irving. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Whether making plays for himself or his teammates as he did there, Kyrie Irving, a dynamic playmaker.
You know, Hornets fans, Doris, are excited to see what LaMelo Ball can do for the franchise.
So, Kevin, there is no doubt this young man is a special talent. You look no farther than his passing ability, the flair, the vision, the fearlessness. Certainly an easy guy to play with. Now the question becomes, can you start to build the talented pieces around him?
Here is Plumlee. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
And for Terry Rozier, all of his efficiency numbers are way up the last couple years. Here's a guy who was just 37% from the field during his time in Boston.
For 3. Poked loose. Washington, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Charlotte. On its way from Irving for 2. Plumlee with the rebound. And the numbers of Terry Rozier. As you mentioned, they're getting better bit by bit, Greg.
Scary Terry's three-point shooting is way up, and that helps big time. With experience, Rozier isn't forcing things offensively, becoming a much better decision maker.
KD with it. Picked up by Rozier. And KD throws it down.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example.
pass to Washington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And Kevin Durant has talked about the Big 15 for the Nets, but Doris, depth has been a concern.
Yes, but give Kevin Durant credit because he understands that he cannot win a championship by himself. An organization has got to manage payroll with big contracts and then find bargain role players. It's going to be a key to achieving their goals.
First free throw is good.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for Gordon Hayward. Oubre's checked in for Terry Rozier, and it's Dennis Smith in for Ball.
There's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
Irving against Smith. Lets it fly from 18. Irving can't get it to go. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by one.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Harris makes it off the glass. Harris has got 5 now.
Well, we think of Durant as a naturally gifted scorer. Fact is, this guy understands how to get his teammates open.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers. Shooting two.
The free throw drops for Smith.
And we know that when Dennis Smith Jr. is playing to his strengths, this guy is an effective player. The key for him moving forward is he's got to find a way to be consistent.
He's perfect from the line this time. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Irving finds Curry. Pass to Claxton. Curry deciding where to go with it.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 3. And we'll be back right after this.
Show some love for your honeybees.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. Hayward out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Richards in at center. So that's the Hornets 5. That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed to Rex about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Now Irving, following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Irving against Rozier. The pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is what Seth Curry is known for. When defenses don't chase him off that line, guys, he will make them pay.
Bounce pass from Rozier. Oubre can't get it to go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Durant. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rozier kicks the ball. Here's Richards. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
You've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Ball against Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the... Nets.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Oubre outside. Ball with a wide open look. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. free throw no good for Curry.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Seth Curry has found his footing in this league. He gains more and more confidence every year.
Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Bouknight, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Charlotte shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And the Nets decide to take their first timeout here.
Brooklyn timeout called. That's right, fans. Here are your honeybees.
The Nets making a switch here.
Stingers hit once again for them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. When does this guy cool off? I mean, he's been stringing together multiple monster games lately. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
They were in such a groove that entire first half, especially on the offensive end. Good play calling, good execution. And by and large, they take great shots.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting them, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now.
And it's just about time.
That's right, fans.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
If there's been a glaring weakness for the Charlotte Hornets these past several seasons, they clearly are not a good enough defensive team. And I mean that both in the painted area and with their perimeter guard play on the defensive end.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Simmons and Durant are in it forward. The guard set is Irving and Curry. And it's Sharp in at the 5, roaming the paint. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. And Doris, with a strong post presence, could the Hornets have been a playoff team?
Well, I think it's a foundational piece to any championship-level defense. Most of the best defenses begin by taking away the painted area and easy shots and build outward, Kevin. So for me, it's more than just individual parts. You have to add in mentality and commitment and defensive principles that are built from the coach on through the personnel.
About 1 minute played here in the second half.
2 minutes.
Back to Curry. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Hornets trail by 18. That's a 2 from Rozier. And Irving pulls it down.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Plumlee with the steal. Ball, the pass to Washington. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Washington's got his second basket of the night.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
Curry finds Durant. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Shoots it up. Jump shot is good that time. Durant's got 15.
You can see it once. This guy gets his rhythm. He is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Ball feeling it out a bit. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And then Simmons slams it in.
Simmons with a little flair and flash. Let him feel all of your basketball ability, Ben Simmons.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And stolen by Hayward. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Plumlee, no luck.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Kevin Durant going to the line, shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
What we know about Kevin Durant is this is a seasoned veteran who is so comfortable in his own skin. For Kevin Durant, it's about the purity of the game and the competition.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Let's hear you. And look who's running onto the floor. Make some noise for your honeybees.
And so Durant nails them both. Smith outside. Stolen by Warren. Outside Durant. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Dennis Smith is out there with Bouknight. Then there's Oubre. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Richards in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. For 3, Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tended to talk a little trash. And that could rattle you. That could bother you at times. But you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
They get it again. Irving. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, an opportunistic bucket by Kyrie Irving showing a willingness to get to the offensive window.
Passes it to Bouknight. Oubre up top, guarded by Kerr. Snatched up. Another shot, and the layup is good.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And it's Warren with the ball for the Nets. Irving passes to Kerr. Nets passing it around. There's 1:47 left in the fourth. Here's Mills. That one doesn't drop. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Pass to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Irving against Smith. Irving kicks to Durant. Misses the 3. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
That one falls.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Smith the pass to Oubre. Curry with the steal. KD looking around. And then Durant with the dunk.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Six on the shot clock. Oubre, no one around him. The offensive rebound. Pass to Bouknight. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action, and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.